Catherine Moloney. I am the Non-EU Admissions Officer at RCSI. Today, I will be going through the non-EU admissions process when applying to the undergraduate programs at RCSI. So some of the sources of information available will be the non-EU prospectus and the RCSI website. From both sources, you can get entry requirements, fee and funding, and how to make an application. For students applying from the North America, they can apply through the Atlantic Bridge program. So they are our advisory agents based in California, and they look after all our Canadian and American students. Some course videos are available on YouTube, which also contain open days and webinars, and you can chat to our students on the chat on the website or contact admissions@rcsi.ie. So the undergraduate courses that we provide at RCSI are for medicine, we have a 5 and 6 year course, and for graduate entry, we have a 4-year course. For the pharmacy, we have an undergraduate 4-year course and a master's course, which is 5 years. For physiotherapy, we have an undergraduate 4-year course and also a graduate entry 3-year course. The graduate entry is for candidates that have been to college already and hold an honours degree. In 2022, we started a new course. It's in Advanced Therapeutic Technologies. It's a 4-year degree program. So for the medicine course, we have a graduate entry route, which is 4 years. This route is for students that have already been to college and completed a degree and also hold a GAMSAT or an MCAT. Then we have the direct entry from high school, which is a 5 and a 6-year course. Now, this is all dependent on the educational background, subjects taken in the second level education, and the grades achieved. So some of the competitive results that would be considered for the 5-year course will be in the A levels, the IB diploma, and the CBSE, advanced placement, to name a few. As I say, it is all dependent on results achieved and the subjects taken. You don't apply separately for the 5 or 6 year course. It's the one application, and then the admissions committee will determine which course that you are eligible from once they review your application. So some examples of non-EU entry requirements for medicine would be in the A levels. It would be a minimum of BBB for the 6-year course. And then for the 5-year course, it will be a minimum of ABB or AAC. For the 5-year course, you must have chemistry and additional laboratory science and one other subject from biology, physics, maths, and psychology. The pharmacy course is a 5-year master's program, and graduates are fully qualified pharmacists once they graduate from the course and are eligible to practice immediately. The degree is accredited by the Pharmaceutical Society of Ireland, and they have pre-registration placements which take place in years 4 and 5. Non-EU graduates are eligible for 2-year post-graduation Irish work visa. And some of the career opportunities available on graduating from the pharmacy course will be in the community, hospital, industry and regulation, academia and research. So some of the examples of the minimum entry requirement as a non-EU student for pharmacy will be in the A levels, will be a minimum of 3 A levels with grades ABB. In the IB diploma, it will be a minimum of 35 IB points, which is inclusive of bonus points. For this course, you would need chemistry at higher level with a minimum score of 5. For the Canadian high school diploma, it will be a minimum average of 85% in the top 6 grade 12 academic subjects. For the physiotherapy course, the physiotherapy would consist of small class sizes. And throughout the duration of the course, you would receive 1,000+ hours of clinical training. The degree is accredited by the CORU, the physiotherapy regulator in Ireland, and the Irish Society of Chartered Physiotherapists. On graduation, graduates are fully qualified physiotherapists and eligible for a 1-year post-graduation Irish work visa. Physiotherapists work across all areas of the healthcare system, and some RCSI graduates have secured positions in hospitals where they completed clinical placements in countries as diverse as the UK, Canada, Hong Kong, Singapore, Australia, and New Zealand. So some examples of non-EU entry requirements for physiotherapy would be, for the A levels, would be a minimum of 3 A levels with minimum grades of BBB. In the IB diploma would be a minimum score of 32 IB diploma points, which is inclusive of bonus. And then for the Canadian high school diploma, it will be a minimum average score of 80% in grade 12 and must include minimum scores of 75% in two of the following subjects: chemistry or biology, or physics, maths and calculus. In 2022, we introduced a new course, the Advanced Therapeutic Technologies. It's an exciting new 4-year degree program, and it's designed to equip students with future-focused scientific knowledge and technical skills to address current and future global healthcare needs in pharmaceutical and related industries. On graduation, you receive an 8-month industry placement. In year 3, you receive an 8-month industry placement and a 1-year stay-back visa for non-EU graduates. So some examples of the non-EU entry requirements for ATT will be a minimum of 3 A levels with minimum grades of BBC. For the IB diploma, will be a minimum of 30 IB points, inclusive of bonus. And for the Indian CBSE, will be a minimum overall score of 75% across 4 subjects, which must include a minimum score of 75% in maths or applied maths. So for tuition fees and living costs, the tuition fees for 2023 are not set yet, but usually there is an increase of about €1,000 per annum. So for 2023, we would envisage that the fees will be €58,000 per annum. For the pharmacy and physiotherapy course, the yearly fees are €25,000 per annum. The privately funded students will receive an annual bursary of €7,000 per annum, which will bring the fees down to €18,000 per annum. We also recommend that you budget a minimum of €12,000 to €17,000 per annum for the accommodation and living costs in Ireland. Atlantic Bridge are available to advise in relation to loans and financial aid to students that are applying from North America. So some important application dates to remember. The applications open for Atlantic Bridge on the 1st of August through their website. For students applying directly to RCSI, it's the 1st of November for the application opening. And then for the closing dates, Atlantic Bridge have an early closing date of the 15th of November and a late closing date of the 15th of January. For applicants applying to medicine at RCSI, our closing date is the 1st of February, and it is the final date for applications. We don't have a late closing date for medicine course. And then for pharmacy, physiotherapy and ATT applications, the closing date is the 1st of May. So how do you make an application? So all non-EU applications are online. Non-EU applicants based outside of North America will apply directly to us through the RCSI website. And then those that are applying based in North America will apply through our agents, the Atlantic Bridge program, which are based in California. Details can also be got from their website. Just to make you aware that there is an application fee for both routes of applications. For RCSI, the application fee is €75. And for the Atlantic Bridge program, there is an application fee of $100. So how to make your application? Applications for direct applicants will open on the 1st of November through our website. So once you log into the website, if you find the course that you're interested in making your application for, if you click on the tab, it will bring you up a red tab with apply. So if you click on the apply button, it'll bring you into the details of how to make the application. So just some important information to remember before you make your application. As mentioned previously, there is an application fee of €75, which can be made payable by credit card and is on the last page of the application. It's also advisable that you go to the website and view the entry requirements and make sure that you meet minimum academic requirements in your second level education before you continue to make your application. Applications are open from the 1st of November to the 1st of February. We do advise an early application as soon as you can, because there is benefits to making the application early. Applications start to be reviewed in the beginning of January. So we will review the applications, and sometimes there is cases where there are documents missing. So the application will have to be opened up to you again to upload the documents. And also you are required to submit details of an academic referee. We contacted the referee directly, so it can take a week to two for the referee to return the reference. So until all these documents are in order, your application won't be considered for the first round of interviews, which are usually scheduled towards the end of January, the beginning of February. So some of the documents that you are required to upload at the time of your application will be certified copies of all your academic transcripts, non-academic references. So if you've completed any work experience and you think will add strength to your application, you should upload them here. A copy of your passport showing the details page, a passport size photograph, and a confidential academic referee contact details who we will contact directly, and a personal statement which outlines your reason for choosing your course as a career. We would advise not to upload participation at events and certificates, as this does make the application too large and very hard to manage. And we would advise that you add these events into your CV. So when you're ready to make your application, if you select the new account so that you can start making your application, I would advise when you're creating your password that you are mindful of the guidelines at the top of the page, because there are certain characters that are required, and if they are not included, then you will not be able to progress with your application and you will get an error message. So when you're completing the RCSI application, so in section 1, it will be your personal details, your name, address, date of birth, contact details. Section 2 will be your academic qualifications, both confirmed if you've already completed your second level or pending if you're in your final year. For section 3 will be your personal statement, and section 4 will be to provide your academic referee's contact details. If you're applying from North America, applicants can request the application from the Atlantic Bridge Programme through their website. Then the application you receive will be personalised to you. They do have an early application deadline of the 15th of November and a late deadline of the 15th of January. Transcripts and references can be submitted after the deadline, so it is just important that you get your application in before the closing date. For the academic reference, we would advise that you provide someone that you're well known to, like a teacher or a guidance counsellor, and can give an accurate evaluation in your reference. So what we will be looking for is your academic achievements and potential. So we would also need your referee to provide predicted grades if you're in your final year. And that will be for all subjects, not just the subject that they're teaching you in. And then your suitability towards the course and interests and activities. Candidates are only asked to confirm the academic referee details, and we will contact them directly. And it is a document that's confidential between the college and the referee. The personal statement should be a maximum of 2 pages with double line spacing. We are providing a live session on personal statements later today, and also on interviews. So the interviews begin in early February and run through until April. So once the applications start to come in, the admissions committee will start reviewing the applications that are complete. And then they will start a shortlisting pool of interviews for the end of January, beginning of February, and these will run through until April. So the interviews are conducted either through Zoom or another platform we use called Sunroo. So the Sunroo platform is a recorded interview. So you're given the question on the screen and then you're allocated a certain time to record your answer. Now with the Sunroo platform, you will be able to complete some test interviews so that you're comfortable with the system before recording your interview. Again, there's more information coming up on interviews in the live session later today. So after the interviews have taken place, there's one of three decisions that can occur. So you can either get an unconditional offer if you've already completed your second level education and you're in receipt of your final results. A conditional offer if you're in your final year of second level and your results are pending. And an unsuccessful letter, which would be a regret letter, which is if unfortunately you're not successful. The conditional offers will outline the minimum academic requirements that you need to fulfill to meet the conditions of your offer and for you to join the program. So you have 21 days to accept the offer or reject the offer. To accept the offer, you will be required to pay a security deposit of $6,500 for medicine and $3,000 for pharmacy, physiotherapy, and ATT. If unfortunately you do not meet the conditions of your offer, all fees paid will be fully refunded to you through the account that you made the deposit from. Tuition fees can be paid in 2 installments if this is preferable. So we would be requesting half fees by the 1st of July, and the second installment can be paid in January. The Student Fees Department will issue an invoice at the beginning of January to advise on how much is still owed. So then confirmation of the final exam results. So as soon as results are released, they should be sent to the admissions office so we can confirm that the conditions of your offer have been met and that we can then move you to a fully accepted student. If unfortunately that you don't meet the conditions of your offer, the offer will lapse and all fees paid will be fully refunded. If you have met the conditions of your offer, your place will be confirmed and you then will be ready to join the university in September. So that brings to the end of my presentation for today. Thank you for joining me. I'd also just like to remind you that there's a personal statement and interviews question and answer session coming up later today. And there will also be an admissions question and answer session coming up later today. And then after, if you have any questions or queries, you can always email admissions@rcsi.ie. Thank you.